There it is. Can everybody see us? Can everybody hear us? Can we get a sign of life from the chat out there? See, the Fig Boss Man is there. Let's go. A lot of people joining. Everybody's getting in there.
Wow.
Fig Boss Man, shout out to you out there. Good seeing you again a couple of weeks ago at the old King County Toy Store show. More like it. But we got a special guest here for this Whatnot, and you guys know that have been part of the Whatnot before. We do this a little bit more like a talk show. I don't know. Dad, you've never been a part of Whatnot, but we got the return of my dad. Dad, say hello to everybody.
Hello. This is Whatnot. I thought it was The Price is Right. It's a little hot out. I'm a little hot. I walked over here because I had intentions. I was going to win a new car.
Oh,
I thought I'd drive it home.
Well, now in your retirement, can you possibly pay the taxes on that car?
Oh.
That's how they get you.
No problem.
No problem. Well, Dad, it's good to have you
So
back
that's
here.
not true. This is Whatnot.
No. Well, Fig Boss Man wants to know how retirement. That was my next question for you. How's retirement going for you so far?
Just excellent. I'd recommend it to anyone.
Well, you would. I would say the same thing. I'm ready to retire myself.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of good people in the chat right here, and it's great to see you back here. And there's no reviews, nothing like that. We're going to sell some stuff. You're going to help me with some of the wares.
You bet.
And I think we'll go about an hour and a half here today. But Dad, You can leave whenever you want. I know your social calendar is extremely booked up. You're extremely tied up. So
yeah, it's nothing for me. It's usually for someone else.
Yes,
I don't know. 80% of my time, I'm in service to someone.
And SN 1281. Dad, you ever take your dad to a metal show? I don't know if we've ever been to a metal show together.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we've been to Bob Dylan many times. Yeah. I don't know what else. Anything else?
Leonard
Skinner, Marshall Tucker and his band.
Tucker, yeah.
Oh, we need to see Kyle's dad more on the channel. Dad, you just don't have anything to contribute anymore, right? You said you're out, basically.
I'm just out of ideas.
He's just out of ideas.
Out of figures.
I think you need to get back in the game, if you ask me. But it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. And what is Dad's favorite band? What's your favorite band, Dad?
Oh, I've got so many and so many different types of bands through the years. It's hard to say there's just one, but of course, I like the Southern rock music. I like the Allman Brothers. I like Leonard Skinner. I like the Moody Blues at one time. Like all the Motown stuff. I like all Stax Records stuff in Memphis, Tennessee, back in the 60s. The blues. I even listen to Joe Bonamassa now.
Oh, there you go. Oh, boy, you're really singing the blues in retirement. Best father-son combo on YouTube is what we were just called right there.
Oh, wow.
So I think everybody rip Dickie Betts. Yes, Dickie Betts. You're a big Allman guy, of course. Yeah. You love them. And it's good to see Mr. Peterson. The people love Mr. Peterson. They want you back here. Maybe you just come back every once in a while. We just do a little stop and chat. There we go. We chat. We don't have to review anything. We'll just chat. We could do that. But we're going to start the auction off. I guess we'll just get after it.
Okay.
Time is money, as they say. I am going to, everybody that buys something here, I am going to give something free. I got a whole thing of 8x10s in here, and it might be of my good personal friend. You know this guy?
Is that...
He doesn't know, I don't think.
It's the guy that's Papa Shango.
Yes, it's true. It is. It is the Godfather. Somehow I came into possession of like 20 of these 8x10s, and I said, what am I doing with all these? So I'm going to give these away. We'll give some bookmarks away. We're going to give different stuff away as we go with the giveaway or the auctions or whatever you want to call them here. The Whatnot. There it is. So let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been a while since my last show. Should point out my wife, Angie, waiting in the wings. She will tag in later on here. But we're going to start it off. And we're going to start with this guy. Whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland, AEW Unrivaled. Dad, you don't know this guy. It's before your time, but I'll let you hold on to here. We're going to start that auction on him. We're going to see what happens. If I remember how to do this, starting at $1. Should we start at $1? Why wouldn't we? No, and we got more than wrestling figures here, so it's all in the store right now. But we're going to start that auction. So we're going. We got 27 seconds on the clock. We're at $9, $11, $13. Oh, it's climbing. Whose house? Swerve's house. And my dad said he'd even autograph the Swerve Strickland figure for you on the way out. It's your call on that one. But Swerve, not a bad one. A very popular figure right now. He is the AEW wrestling champion right now.
Oh, wow.
Dad. And I know you don't watch much AEW.
No, I don't.
Have you? You've probably never seen it once, I don't think.
I've seen it a couple times. I've run across it a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. It is. Oh, hello, Sir Kyle. Love the shirt. Oh, we're at $19 for Swerve right now. What else is going there? Oh, that's good old brother Andrew out there. We got all kinds of people in the chat here. Good to see everybody. The legend is back. Papa Peterson, they said.
Wow.
Oh, they're using that legend pretty loosely.
There you go.
No, it is. It's the funnest videos on the channel. That's what everybody says. Oh, Zulfer won the auction. Zulfer coming in hot. Swerve Strickland coming to Zulfer. But Dad, let's do an auction that's got you in mind. Now, this is one I wish you were here for. We did this on the channel not too long ago.
Oh,
yeah. We unboxed this one. You weren't here for it, and a lot of people in the comments said, "Where's Kyle's dad for this one?" And you want to grab old Nosferatu himself. Wow. It is the NECA Nosferatu. Dad, if you were on the other end of this, you'd probably be bidding on this one. You need it for your collection. But it is the NECA Nosferatu, an amazing figure if you guys know what that is. But we're going to start the auction. We're going to start it at $29, though. This one's really hard to get for whatever reason.
Interesting figure, yeah.
And if it doesn't sell, Dad, you know what? Maybe we'll give it to you for Father's Day. We'll see what ends up happening there. But we're going to start the auction now. There it is. All right, who wants Nosferatu? What do you think about the Ultimate Edition Great Muta? Oh, sign me up all day long. Give me all the Great Muta figures. I'm here for that. But we got Nosferatu going on. It's going right now. It's $29. I don't know. That's why people ask. They say, Kyle, could you do other things but wrestling? But I said, I don't know if anybody wants things besides wrestling from a Whatnot stream from me. Now we're down to 10 seconds. I think we're proving the point here. People don't want Nosferatu. No. Even though you touched the Nosferatu, they're not wanted.
He's a creepy little guy.
He is a creepy little guy. Based on Danhausen, of course. Yeah. Oh, I don't think it sold. It did not sell. So, Dad, you might be getting this for Father's Day. We'll see what happens. This could be a Father's Day present for you. It's a good Father's Day present.
I'll clean up my shelf.
You get ready. Get ready for that on the shelf. But what should we do next? Any other questions out there for my dad? Anyone wants to know what he's up to? Hello from Canada. Great to see you, Tom.
Hey, great to be here.
Edgar Gonzalez. He wants a Chris Benoit figure. That could be tough. That could be a tough one for you. You know, Chris Benoit, you remember, was my favorite wrestler at the time. I was a Chris Benoit guy. So
he had some issues.
He did a few. One or two. I don't know. We got any other good chats in here. Hello, Sir Kyle. Love the shirt. Everybody loves the hot rod, of course. Not all wrestling figures. Kyle doesn't have a ton of time, as we all do know. Yeah, we get rolling. You got one you want to do there, Dad? You got something you want to pick out?
Just straightening up the pile.
We're going to find something, Dad. What do you think? How about that Nightmare? We'll keep going. We're going to try this Nightmare Vampire Robin. I guess Robin. He used to be Robin. You're holding him right there.
Oh, okay.
He used to be Robin, but then he turned into Nightwing.
Nightwing.
Yes. So this is a Walmart exclusive right here. The old Nightwing. DC Vampire. Everybody loves a vampire figure. It even comes with Batman's heart, as you can see right there. Batman's heart. So we're going to start this bad boy off at $12. Oh, my gosh. What are we doing? Vampire Nightwing on the clock right now. Anybody want a Nightwing Vampire DC Gold Label exclusive, Walmart exclusive? Holy cow. That's a mouthful.
This is one of Todd's.
This is one of Todd's, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because Todd is sitting right there by Angie on the couch. He's a little close to her, if you ask me. You guys could separate a little.
I noticed that.
It is a little creepy, isn't it?
It's kind of alarming. Yeah.
It is a little alarming over there. So I don't know. But it's always good to have Todd McFarlane here. And I don't know, Dad, if you've seen, I know you subscribed to Kyle Peterson 2.0. Nobody wanted Nightwing either. So
no?
I think people just want the wrestling. That could be very well. We'll see.
Okay.
But, Dad, did you know that Mark Summers is over there on the couch as well? Have you seen any videos with Mark?
I have seen Mark, yeah.
Straight out of Double Dare. Yeah. What a salt of the earth, that guy, in all honesty. Really nice guy is old Mark Summers.
Didn't he do a show called That's My Dog?
Oh, That's My Dog. We could start that as well. We just talked about that on the channel. That was Universal Studios. Remember going to that? You want to talk about our venture?
Was it? Yeah, it was down in Florida.
That was an amazing time down there. It was Universal Studios.
And that was your first acting appearance.
It really was.
That I recall. You were a participant in that.
Yes.
In that show.
And I've never seen the episode. It was on the Family Channel back in the day. I always wanted to see the episode. Never saw it, but I was one of the judges. They called these judges out of the audience, and I remember they gave me a shirt for my time. Very nice of them to give me that shirt. Where's that shirt now? Probably at a Goodwill somewhere. But I remember thumbing it down. I remember just thumbing it down. It was just hard times. It was hard times for those dogs. I wasn't a fan, in all honesty. But we're going to start this one off. It is Batman Detective Comics number 27 or 6. I always get confused. 27. Detective Comics number 27, Batman Platinum Edition. Yes, it is the Platinum Edition. So this is the rare one. It's a rare Todd boy. This is from his first ever appearance, Batman. So we're going to go. There's already a pre-bid in there at $18. So we're going to see what happens there. Who wants it? Who wants a little Batman? Let's see. Scott Allen checked out Demon the Band. They do sound good. They are a good one. So there you go. Scalping McFarlane. No, they're like $22 at the channel. Or the channel at the store. How about? Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? BS Toys. What else we got? Tickle Todd's toes, Angie. Oh, Walk won the auction. Walk, congratulations to you. We'll put Batman on top of Swerve there. We'll put him there. We're going to find what's next here. What should we do? Do we want to do a wrestling one, or what do you think we want to do, Dad? Or you got something you want to do?
No.
You're up for anything? You're up for anything. We're going to try. Where is it? We're going to try. What do I want to run? I guess we got to do it all eventually here. We're going to start the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. You remember Jimmy Hart?
Sure do.
A good friend of the channel, Jimmy Hart. He's a guy that gets around the Midwest quite a lot right here. You ever seen this figure before?
I think I have, yeah.
Jimmy Hart Legends. We're going to start this bad boy. We're going to start at $1. We're going to see who wants a Jimmy Hart in their collection. You can put it with your WCW shelf. You can put it with your WWE shelf. You can choose your own shelf adventure for the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
He's got his famous megaphone.
Oh, an all-time classic. And you know what else Jimmy Hart did? He kept on dancing with the Gentrys back in the day. We'll never forget that. An all-timer. An all-timer is Jimmy Hart. Tom, has Kyle ever been your caddy? He would never want to do that. It is only WCW, but he did wear the same thing, got WCW airbrushed later, so you can technically smoke and mirrors it in there. Come on, we got to be creative. Need Superpowers Black Manta. Okay. Former peg warmer Jimmy Hart, but peg warmer in our heart is where he is. He's not a peg warmer on the shelf. He's in our heart. Roach with a jacket, giving up the 2 double horns right there. Disturbed Pat. Pat Disturbed won that one, so you can add that to the pile there.
All right.
And I think, Dad, we're going to do, thank you for all you do, Kyle. Thanks to you, I checked out a few bands. Thank you to the channels. There you go. It's always good to hear. Always nice to hear. Now, there's a He-Man that goes with that Skeletor. So look for that He-Man here.
Right here.
Now I got to find it in my list of items is always the hard part. But we're going to give He-Man and Skeletor. We're going to do both of those guys right here together. Together. All right, we're going to start the auction. We're going to start it at $1. Where do we go? It is He-Man. It is Mattel. It is Masters of the Universe. You should throw on some Bon Jovi in the background. That's the worst idea I've ever heard. That's where I'm going to go. You too would be right up there with them. And Dad, do you play any instruments?
No.
Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about it?
I did.
A saxophone is what I think you could do. We need an Andy Kaufman. Yes, we do.
That's true.
Yes. Well, nobody wants He-Man and Skeletor either. See, I told the people, I said, I think we need to do just wrestling figures, but it is what it is. Oh, we're up to $7 there for He-Man and Skeletor. Mayor McCheese, one of the greatest mayors of all time, is winning the auction right now. There's been a lot of peg warmers nobody wanted until all of a sudden they were worth money. Oh, yeah. How's those peg warmer Hakeems and Demolition doing? 100%. You're right. Those things skyrocketed. I remember those being $6 at Big Lots back in the day. Just a wild, wild time there. Mayor McCheese winning at 13. You got 2 seconds left. Oh, my gosh. Oh, there it is. 15 now. Kyle, have you ever thought of using an Excel spreadsheet to manage your auctioning list? That's the last thing. I stare at Excel for 60 hours a week. I don't want to look at Excel ever again if I can. Adrian Liv won the auction right there. So we did get rid of some He-Man and Skeletor there. So there it is. What else we got? Metal Greg gives us an LOL. Well, we all need a little LOL from time to time. What do we got next? All right, we're going to do Hulkster. How about the Hulkster, Dad? You ever seen this version of the Hulkster?
I have not.
Cape Season Hulk Hogan is what we're calling this one right here. And we're going to start that one at $1 as well. A very underrated figure. And somebody was mentioning a figure that'll be worth a lot more down the line. I think this will be one of those ones one day. It's not worth hundreds of dollars, but I can see this being like $40, something like that, one of these days. So.
This is early in his career.
Early. We got Tyson Fury fight later. That's true. Dad, is Tiger Woods the best golf player of all time?
I would say Jack Nicklaus is.
Okay.
Because he's won more majors.
Okay, well, that's the thing. It's all about the rings kind of at the end of the day. I understand that. Future Venom won. What's current Venom up to, I wonder these days. But Future Venom coming in hot. He wins the Hulk Hogan there. Any Marvel? Yes, we do have some Marvel. A Tiger Woods figure? No. Have you seen the new King Keldar figure? I sure did. I unboxed it on the channel. Check out the review. Always the ones you don't expect to skyrocket. Look at the Gorilla Monsoon. That's a perfect example there. I mean, it was always decent. It was around, cost, but it's like $100 now, 80 to 100. Nation said Jack is always going to be the golf goat. What about John Daly? That's my kind of golfer. That's who I like out there.
But you can hit the ball a long way.
You put that over
there. Won the championship.
What should we do next? Should we do a Hiss tank? Let's do the 3 3/4 GI Joe Hiss tank. This is one I always wanted as a little kid, but my dad was so cruel to me. He would never let me get this. And we're never getting this Hiss tank for you. But I always wanted it. Dad, would you say I wanted everything when I was a kid?
I would say so. Of course, you had the aircraft carrier, you had the helicopter, you had the
Tomahawk,
the big
Dragonfly,
the whale boat,
the whale, of course.
Exactly.
And I told the story about the whale. We got that at Toys R Us, and for the first time ever in my life, I had Mexican food. Went to Chi-Chi's across the street and got food poisoning and puked my brains out that night. But at least I looked to that whale for some help.
And it was a year later. Chi-Chi's went bankrupt.
Yeah, and no surprise right there. I mean, that's what you do. You food poison Kyle, you go out of business. That's what happens.
Right.
But we're going to do this one here. It is the Hiss tank 3 3/4. It's not the HasLab Hiss tank, but it is the Hiss tank right here. A good one. There it is. Let's see here. Boogeyman, no Boogeyman. Tom, what do you think of the 2024 Masters champion and the rest that happened? I have no idea about that. Some guy got arrested.
It was an unfortunate incident from what I understand. And I guess when a policeman comes up to you, you should always comply.
Yeah, that's always a good thing, whether or not.
Although it was a case of mistaken identity.
Oh, Dad, here's a question. Dad, what's your favorite starting lineup figure you own? What's your favorite starting lineup figure of all time? Who can take this one?
It would go. I would have to say some of the Joe Montana figures.
That was a good one.
I still like Joe Montana from the 4 Super Bowls they won, and it was a great time in the 80s.
I was a huge fan of the Grant Fuhrers just because of the Grant Fuhr madness. But obviously the Jose Canseco.
I like Grant Fuhr too.
Yes, yeah. And they got his skin tone incorrect. Crazy times. And there is a tip function on here. Do we give all the tips to my dad, or do we give them to Angie? If we get any tips. Angie's on the couch over here. She's having to deal with Todd McFarlane and Mark Summers. She's right in between those two. Unfortunately, for those that saw the Toy News today, and Dad, you probably haven't seen that yet, we had a special musical guest on the Toy News and the weekly purchases this week. Patreon members, you saw it already. However, we had a special musical guest here on the channel, and it was, of course, Rockapella. Do you remember Rockapella at all? They were singing the theme song to Carmen Sandiego, and it was an amazing thing. It brought me to tears right here at the table, and Todd brought those guys in as a special guest. I thought that was really cool.
That might bring me to a heart attack, not tears.
Yes. Where in the world exactly, featuring? That's a guy that understands what I'm talking about. Dad, are you familiar with Danhausen?
I am.
He is familiar now. He's been on Svengoolie a time or two.
I've seen him a time or two there. I've seen him in some other interviews here and there. A different sort of individual.
He is different. He's got a little Nosferatu in him, though. I would say. He's channeling Nosferatu. I've always found that to be the case. And speaking of Sven, of course, our old friend Svengoolie, have you seen this in person?
No.
I have that handy right off to the side.
Wow.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how jealous are you of this picture of myself and Svengoolie right here? Do you want to Photoshop yourself into this picture? This is your guy.
Yeah, I should.
Yes, it is. That was Sven. He wasn't very talkative.
He wasn't.
No, not very talkative to me. I don't know.
Did he say anything about me?
No, he did. He said, "Hey, where's your dad coming back on the channel? I watch all those Universal Monsters. I've retweeted your guys' videos on Twitter in the past. Could you please get him back?" And I said, "We'll talk to him. We'll put him on the spot in a whatnot channel," is what I said.
I got it.
But Dad, are you a Fanhausen? I don't know if you'd be that. I don't know.
Of Danhausen?
Yeah. Are you a Fanhausen?
I wouldn't say so. No, he looks too skinny to me to be a wrestler.
See, you got some of those, yes.
I go back to the 80s and 90s, and everybody looks like a gymnast to me today.
If they're not on steroids, my dad doesn't want anything to do with them. The Warlord, of course, are an all-timer, as we know. Yes, I 100% agree. That's one thing. I feel there's too many little wrestlers in this day and age. Yeah. It is what it is, though. I think wrestling is having a hard time. Back in the olden times, of course, when we were kids, as we remember, wrestlers were a lot of times failed football players that got injured, and they still have some of that, but it was like big dudes from that. And now I don't know if they're getting that kind of talent most of the time anymore. And when there's so many little guys out there, everybody's little, and then you get a guy that's 6'2", and he feels like a giant, and it's wild. But the heavyweights are where it's at. I like the little guys too, but if you have all little guys, it's just, you need to mix. You need to mix and match is what you need. We need to get a contract. Dad, we're actually working on an action figure contract for you. I don't know if you knew that. We're looking, we're thinking about going to the Grapplers and Gimmicks line. We saw there was a Bob Cardona figure not too long ago. It was Matt Cardona's dad. I don't know if you were familiar with that at all. Probably not. I heard you and Matt have some bad blood, is what I've been told.
No, no, not that I know of.
Can you scan the room? No. I'm not scanning the room. You don't want to see what's going on that couch right there. Angie's trying to keep those two against each other. Mark Summers and stuff. So we're gonna move on here. What do we got next? What are we gonna go? Let's go with this one, the Demon. We're gonna give the Demon Finn Balor wrestling buddy. Have you seen anything like this? I have this sitting around. I said, why is this here? Why is this in my collection? Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. I'm keeping my old wrestling buddies, but not the old Finn Balor one. So, of course, the Demon Finn Balor, my favorite incarnation of Finn Balor, as you can imagine, an all-timer if there ever was one. I think he needs to get back to that. I'm sure one of these days when he turns good again, maybe feuds with the Judgment Day, breaks off. We'll see what ends up happening in the future.
He's posable, too.
Yeah, and nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants this guy. I don't blame you. Yeah, it is what it is. You like what you like. You don't what you don't. That's what I always say. So that's the way it goes. So
no.
We'll see. Oh, somebody's winning. Zulfer. He's coming in hot for $10. Zulfer. Now, 1 second. That's a heck of a steal right there for old Zulfer. He can flip that. He can flip that on the back and make some money on it. That's what he can do. And, I'm drinking the official drink of Kyle's everywhere. It is a can of White Monster. I do not like Monster any kind but besides the white. That's the only one I like. But good stuff. The Nectar of the Gods. You ever had a Monster?
I can't say that.
You ever had an energy drink?
I don't do that, no.
No, I don't think you have. What is your drink of choice? And don't say water. Get out of here.
Sparkling water.
Oh, gosh. Get out of here. Angie, what's your favorite drink?
Spindrift.
Water.
Angie loves water, too. These water drinkers, what are they doing drinking water? Come on out of here. What are we doing?
I drink coffee in the morning.
Gotta try.
That's kind of like a Monster.
Coffee. There you go. The white flavor is the best. That's the only one I like. So I don't know. I am what I am. During the height of COVID, when I was working 300 hours a week, just trying to keep the stores where they need to be. I was drinking 4 Monsters every single day.
Wow.
4 and that was like all in the morning is what I was doing, but I was up 24/7. You're fighting the good fight as it does go. Does it taste like the suffering of 1,000 poor children? Even better, 3,000 poor children. Even better tasting, I think. Andrew, a sparkling water guy himself, so you guys are really connected right here. I don't know. It's a wild time. We got any other good questions? Okay, we're going to keep going. What do we got next? What do we got up here next? We're going to do this shark. You ever seen this shark here? I got it right over here.
Oh, you do?
It's the Fortnite shark. Dad, I probably should have offered this up to you first, but it is a shark here. Of course, the very famous figure photography of Rio on skates behind the shark. I did that. It was Rio jumping the shark, and Rio an all-timer. I wish I had a Rio to give away, but she's getting scarce around these parts. She's getting hard to find.
I've heard that. I can't find her anywhere.
Merle Hay Target has one left. Ames Target has about 3, but besides that, we're getting scarce. And I've been reaching out to Jeremy Padower at Jazzwares. I'm going to do another little plea. Jeremy, I'm going to hopefully see you at San Diego Comic-Con. We'll see. Either my dad's coming to San Diego Comic-Con with me or Angie. One of these two is going to be there. I'm going to force them. But I'm going to say, hey, we need that Rio figure. But we also need this Fortnite shark. Let's put it up for auction. It's off to the races with the Fortnite shark. Anybody here for a Fortnite shark? You can put it with anything. It's quite the thing. So we're up to $4 on that one. Mayor McCheese coming in hot. Bring them both to San Diego Comic-Con. I agree, Dad. You've always told me San Diego is the best place of all time.
Got the best weather.
And you've been there. You've been there.
I think I've been there about 6 times.
You stayed with the homeless when you were there, I believe, in one of the tents. You said, guys, I'm here.
I stayed in a high-rise hotel.
Oh, you did. You said far away.
Overlooking the bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said, keep me as far away as possible from this homeless population. Get them out of here. And I think they shovel them with like a bulldozer when San Diego Comic-Con's in town.
They tell me there's more there now than when
Is it Bill Walton in a piece of that?
Bill's a little upset about all of it.
Yeah, Bill Walton, though, salt of the earth. Greatest announcer of all time, I would say. We did sell the shark, so add him to the Hulkster pile right there. So the shark leaving the house. Jesse the Body coming back to WWE is the gift we never thought we would get. Yeah, we'll see. And we've talked about it on the Toy News about a month ago. It was crazy. Kyle, what's the next concert? Ex Mortis and Havoc, hopefully this Tuesday night. Ooh. Oh, 2 really good ones, Dad. You might want to come. We'll listen after the show.
It's like rigor mortis.
Kinda. It's along that way.
But you want to avoid that.
Yes. Dad, can we auction off a section of your amazing lawn? Do you have any lawn tips for the people here? I showed a picture of it in the figure hunt yesterday. I said, look at this lawn. Yeah. It's an amazing lawn. I think
it's very easy.
Is it?
Very easy.
I don't think it's very easy. I'm struggling right now. I got some of that creeping Charlie. It's creeping into my yard.
The first 2 years you have your lawn are the key things. And once you get that going, doing the right things in those first 2 years, it takes care of itself.
Yep.
It's so thick, no weeds can penetrate it. No weeds will grow there.
Yep.
It works like a charm.
Oh, Marilyn Manson, not a Marilyn Manson guy, unfortunately. Doesn't do a lot for me, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of him. Dynamite in Des Moines, finally. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. The day before Dynamite, I want to say it's like the 11th or whatever that is, the Tuesday, I'm in Minneapolis. I'm giving a presentation. It's going to be a riveter one. It's going to be a riveter one. It's an hour and a half. And I'll be up there. I'll have the microphone. I'll be working the room, of course. I'll be up there presenting for an hour and a half. Then I go to Des Moines the next day, present for an hour and a half. Then, unfortunately, the next day after that, I'm going to Kansas City for an hour and a half.
Whoa.
Presentation starts at 8 a.m. Dynamite gets over at 10 o'clock in Des Moines, 11 o'clock probably. Got to drive to Kansas City. I don't know if I'm going to do it. So we're going to see what ends up happening there. So I don't know. On the speaking tour, I'm like I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Busy man.
Yeah, it's just it's too busy. It's too busy. I need to get out of this life. I need to get out of this speaking engagements. I don't know. What should we run next? Let's see here. Let's see. I think we're going to do a Macho Man. You ever seen one of these micro brawlers before? You ever seen these?
No, I haven't.
I'm not a big macho, I'm a Macho Man guy. Not as much as Warrior, of course. But I'm not a big micro brawler guy, but somehow I always end up with some of these in my collection somehow. So who knows? But we're going to do the Macho Man here. We're going to start him at $1. Let's get after it with the old Macho Man Randy Savage. Did you like him? Oh, somebody, let's see. Metal Greg seeing Cheap Trick August 4th here in Connecticut. Always a good one. Always a good one.
Like those guys. You bet.
Of course. They're from Rockford, Illinois, and they're going to open that casino in September. I'm hoping for a big show right there. So
in Rockford.
In Rockford, exactly. Got to come to Rockville. Welcome to Rockville, of course. John 5, but not Marilyn. Oh, yeah, 100%. And a good friend of the channel might have almost been Marilyn Manson's new guitarist.
Oh, really?
I won't say who, but
wow.
Marilyn Manson just doesn't do anything for me for whatever reason. I don't know, but where's Macho going? He's at $11 right now. Well, Easy Hulkster for Life won the auction. The Mega Powers reuniting once again. Good to see. Good to see with that. I said, let's do another micro brawler. This time we're going to go to the Salt of the Earth. One guy that has a lot in common with us, I think, it is our band New Jack here, of course. He has like something like 7 confirmed kills, New Jack. I think you have 8, and I think I'm about up to 4. I'm going to catch you guys, though, one of these days. But New Jack, micro brawler, we're going to do the ECW invasion right here. We're here for that. What do we got going on? Any news releasing any more country music outlaws like the Willie Nelson? Man, give me the Waylon Jennings figure. I want the Waylon. Aerosmith in February. It's coming to an end for them. I think it is about the end. That's going to be an interesting one with Aerosmith with all the voice issues and things like that and expensive tickets. New Jack at $7. Nobody wants New Jack. Nobody wants confirmed killers in their collection, I think is what that is. Oh, no, New Jack went up to $9. Wally G, he says, give me that New Jack figure. I want that one. One of the most terrible people to ever graced a wrestling ring. Yeah, mass transit, all that kind of stuff. And Wally G's coming in hot with a little New Jack action right there. I'm here for it. And then the giveaway will be sometime in the show. We'll get to it. Patience, it's a virtue. That's what you used to always say. Kyle, it's patience. You'll get your allowance on Friday. Just wait. And I said, Dad, can I borrow it? It's Wednesday right now. Yeah, that's the way it went from
You went to payday loan.
I did. And before that was a thing, I was looking for payday loans. That's exactly what was going on. Let's do another micro brawler. We're just going to get through these micro brawlers real quick. We got the Sandman, another ECW legend. You familiar with the Sandman at all?
I can't say I am. No.
I got the blood on there, of course. The kendo stick, and all-timer is the Sandman, is micro brawling. A good one. So
does he fight with that stick? How can that be fair?
Yeah, well, ECW was really off the rails back in the day. You remember when I had that satellite dish at my house, at your house back in the day? I paid for that just for my room so I could watch ECW back in the day. It was a wild time. If you could eat the love with a spoon, it's so thick in that room. Oh, isn't that true? You might need a spork. You might need to go to Long John Silver's or KFC and get a spork. That's for sure. I'm a huge Randy Savage fan. I'm still devastated about the Warrior retiring him. Between that and WrestleMania 5, always tough to watch. Hideout won the auction right there. Shout out to Hideout. Oh, yeah, it was a tough one. Warrior retired him. With an extra little sizzle with the foot and then the pin. Oh, my gosh. Who knows? But let's keep it rolling here. We're going to keep rolling on down the road like a young John Fogerty is what we're going to do. How about we do a zombie Iron Man? It's right there on the end. We're going to try that one. It does have a little bit of a bend right here, but this is an interesting one. I'm a big zombie guy. I don't know about you. You've never been a zombie guy. You like horror, but zombie. Did you ever watch like Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, any of those back in the day?
I didn't.
The Romero classics, of course. How about the Cannibal Holocaust? You ever watch those?
Zombies have no character, so I like characters.
I see. I see.
Dracula, Frankenstein.
You just don't like the undead trying to, eat you.
No, I mean, and they're all the same.
Yeah, well, there is some different ones, but we'll get you there one of these days. We'll see.
There's no head zombie. They just follow who's ever in first place.
All right, we're going live with the old zombie Iron Man. He's coming in hot here. An interesting one. Oh, he's at $11, just like that. Believe in Doug, and I've always believed in Doug. Doug Funny from Nickelodeon. Doug down the street, of course. All those. Dad, you like horror like Chucky and Annabelle?
No, I've kind of stayed away from those.
You don't like? He's a big Puppet Master guy.
The old slash type movies that began when in maybe the 80s, something like that.
Yeah, you weren't a big slasher guy. Believe in Doug. He won the auction. Doug, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in Doug. You got that one for $6 at Ross. Got to get a deal all day long. We say it all the time, Dad. I think I got it tattooed on my back.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in hot. We're going to go with one here, and it's at $3 already. I actually bought this at the Kane County Toy Show a couple of weeks ago. It is Connor and Victor, and for some reason I felt like I didn't have this, but of course, guess what? I did have this.
No.
So very unfortunate. I will say it is coming off the card a little bit here, so it's really a loose collector's one. But you guys know I'm a sucker for face paint. A sucker for face paint. Connor and Victor
both
looking really good, and we're going to see what happens with these guys. We're going to start off the old auction with this. And we're off for $3. It's a heck of a deal. And I missed the Ascension. I felt like they could have been a lot more. But I always do kind of say right now, if Legion of Doom or Demolition came on the wrestling scene right now, people would probably laugh. They'd be like, what is this guy in face paint? It was just a special time in the face paint wrestlers. So there it is. It's an amazing time. But we'll see how this goes. We're at $11 right now. Oh, what's going on? Can't believe I almost forgot about the stream. Kyle and his dad back together again. What a day to be alive. That's what I'm saying, Dad. We got to get you on here.
There you go.
There it is. All right, there it is. Look at that. We're coming in hot. We did get this one. Hot Dream Eater won this one.
Wow.
So, and everything that you guys buy, you're going to get some kind of throw in, some kind of free item here along the way. So stay tuned. You'll be surprised when you get it in the mail, of course. So we're going to keep going. Way to go, BS Toys is what it said. For all believing Doug. Doug, we're all believing in you. We're all believing in you here today. All right, what do we got next? Let's see. I think we should do Kevin Nash. You know Kevin Nash?
I do know Kevin Nash.
You know, what do you think of his basketball career? You think it could have went anywhere?
I'm not sure. I didn't really follow that.
I think he played for Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken.
He's big enough. He's about 6'10", I think.
Yeah, here he is. This is NWO Ruthless Aggression, Kevin Nash. You might need this in your collection if you want to get your bid in right there. We're going to start the auction on old Kevin Nash. Big Sexy, as he's known in some circles. He's also known as Oz in other circles, as we do know. But we're going to start it off right there. He's big and he's sexy. Yes, exactly. I wish my dad believed in me like you do, Kyle. Well, you know what? I'll be your dad, and you'll be his grandpa. There you go. We'll believe in Doug all day. One of my favorite videos is how you got the USS flag. You remember doing that video over here? We talked about the greatest Christmas of all time, where you just let me stew in my bad decisions, and I finally had to go downstairs and get it. So a Christmas special video from years past, probably like 3 years ago now.
Probably.
We're due for a new Christmas video, I think, along the way. The click is loved, it does say. Tennessee represent. Hey, you're the only 10 I see. That's what I'm saying. Kyle's dad rocking the Titleist hat, a man of culture. Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Very, very cultured over here. Much more than myself.
You try and be a titleist, in everything you do.
You do. You try to be number one. If you're not number one, you're number two.
That's true.
That's what Angie always told me. And Angie, how are you doing over there? She's laughing. She's on her phone. Mark Summers and Todd seem to have calmed down. It's good to see. Good old Andrew won the auction right there for Kevin Nash. So Kevin Nash on his way out of the house. We'll miss you, Kevin. Party on, Kevin. Party on. But let's see. What should we do next here? I think, Dad, should we do the giveaway right now?
Why not?
We're going to run this giveaway. It's the giveaway. It's the Coliseum collection. We're going to run it right now. You just got to be in the chat. All right.
The Heart Foundation.
There it is. And whoever's in the chat can be a part of it. You just got to, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. It's just in there. So make sure you get into the entries, whatever you got to do to get in the giveaway. But we're giving this away free of charge. I'll be shipping it out, and everything that here today, I'll have this all probably out Monday morning, bright and early for you guys. I don't mess around. I've always been somebody that gets it done right away. So you'll get all these guys really, really quick. So we're doing the giveaway. Looks like it takes about 4.5 minutes for the giveaway to run, Dad. So it's going to be a while. So any questions for us while we're here? Dad, do you know who Steve Stricker is?
Steve Stricker is a golfer from Wisconsin who probably the best golfer ever to come out of Wisconsin, but he's on the senior tour now, I think.
Do you know about my good friend from Wisconsin? His name is Dylan, but we call him Hornswoggle. Good friend. We sat there and had a dinner a couple of weeks back, 2 months ago. What is time? I was up there in beautiful Oshkosh, truly beautiful this time of year. It was good to see there.
Yeah.
Kyle, does your dad have a signed copy of your book? Do you think my dad wants my autograph? He'd say, this is illegible. I should have trained you better.
I bought the book and I just forged your autograph.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the black cards? No, I've never seen them, and I'm out of these black card business. I'm so upset with Mattel. They're going to get a piece of my mind if I go to San Diego. Let me tell you, I'm going to speak for the people there is what I'm going to do. Dad, do you dabble in disc golf? I can answer that.
You know, I've seen some of the courses around, but I've never tried it. I've thrown a frisbee to my dog.
I'm not a disc golf guy either, even though Iowa is like #1 for disc golf things. I remember when I was in college at Iowa State. Shout out to Iowa State. Oh my gosh, an all-timer. They have like the most disc golf courses in some kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
What does 33 stand for at the end of your name? Possibly the great Larry Bird, yes, and Jose Canseco. Don't forget him. You could also throw Patrick Ewing in that mix if you want to, from Jamaica of all places.
Wow.
You know, that's crazy. I'll never forget that. Hey Kyle, let's see. I watched a recent video with you wearing a UFO Force It. Shout out to UFO shirt. Do you remember where you got it? I think I got it on tour about 10 years ago when UFO was in Chicago at the Arcadia in St. Charles, Illinois, which is also home to the Kane County Toy Show. Bringing it all back around right there. Or bringing it all back home like a young Bob Dylan. Yeah. There it is. Shout out to Bob Dylan. Dad, we saw many of Bob Dylan shows throughout the Midwest over the years.
Yeah, we were all tangled up in blue.
Oh, here's a question for you, and I hate this guy. Dad, is Paul Pierce a top 5 Celtic?
Top 5 of all time?
Yeah, no way. Not even top 10 for me. No. He just being a Jayhawk throws him off that list for me.
There are 3 real eras of the Celtics. In the 60s, Bill Russell right up into 70s. Then you had Dave Cowens and crew come in, and then Larry.
What about, and yes, I am a member of the Illuminati for those keeping track at home. So I've given all my secrets right here. Man, Heart Foundation Midnight Express is a dream match, no doubt about it. Oh, I guess the highest level of Freemasonry is level 33. And that's a great number. I don't know anything about that.
There's magic to the letter 3.
Yeah, it is.
It goes back to Tesla.
Tesla? Are you talking about the band Tesla?
I'm talking about Nikola Tesla.
Oh, yeah. The second most famous Tesla.
He always said, look for the numbers 3, 6, and 9. So he could, before entering a room, he might walk around it 3 times and then 6 times and 9 times before he'd go in.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, enter the giveaway. There you go. I don't know. I don't know about the Illuminati. I don't know anything about that stuff. I love a good conspiracy, though. That's for sure. Somebody call Ventura. I should have brought that picture over there. I could have had that. I could put it up on my face. Let's see. What else? We need Ultimate CM Punk from 2010 Royal Rumble. Oh, you're not kidding. We need all the CM Punks. I'm a CM Punk guy, though. You know CM Punk.
I know who he is.
Yes, he does know that. Okay. We got 1 minute left on the giveaway. 62 people. It looks like 84 people are here in the chat right now. Get in that giveaway. It's in the right corner. Make sure you get your entry in. You don't want to miss out on this one. Free of charge. That's the beauty of a free giveaway. Jimmy Neville Neidhart, Bret Hitman Hart, Blue Carded Ultimate Edition, an all-timer of a tag team, of course. Kyle, do you have a P.O. box? It is in the description of every single one of my videos. So check that out in my videos on YouTube. Let's see, CM Punk rules right there. We got 67 people in for the giveaway. We're getting dangerously close. Boy, that Straight Edge Society Ringside Collectible Exclusives an all-timer. I love that figure. I'm sure that'll come back one of these days. That's for sure. This is exciting. Yes, BS Toys. It's so exciting. You can cut the tension with a knife right now. We're down to 10 seconds on the giveaway. 72 people in there. If you haven't, don't miss out. Don't miss out. McFarlane needs to come out with a UFC CM Punk figure. I'd take it. All right, we got it. Who is the winner going to be? It's selected. It's rolling through. Who's going to win? Rio Collects won the giveaway, and I'm going to pretend it's not Rio Duran. This is Rio AEW winning the big giveaway there. So Rio, it just writes itself at this point is what that does. So that'll Heart Foundation be coming your way, Rio. So shout out to Rio. Dance across the sand. Dance across our hearts. Never change. Never leave. That's what I say to Rio right there.
Does she pay you anything?
No, she doesn't. And I'll never forget, I went to an AEW show in Kansas City like 2 years ago, and Rio hadn't been on TV forever. And then all of a sudden her music hit, and I was right there, and she just graced my fingertips. It was an amazing time. Yeah. I told Angie about it. Angie from the couch, of course. She was so jealous of Rio. And Rio could fit in both of our pockets, I think, too. It's an amazing time. Let's see. It's more invigorating than eating a PB&J between two slices of Sara Lee honey wheat bread. Oh, that's some of the best stuff you're ever going to get is that honey wheat bread. No doubt about it. Let's see. All right. Was that better than meeting the Warrior? No, nothing tops the Warrior there. Of course, an all-timer, the Ultimate Warrior. My all-time favorite. I'll never forget. That's why I went and saw Sting not too long ago. I said, you know what? I really got to meet Sting. Warrior and Sting were my two guys as a kid. I was supposed to meet the Ultimate Warrior in Minnesota the week after he passed away, and I just couldn't believe it. So I was very devastated about that. I said, I better meet Sting. And then while I'm here, I'll meet Svengoolie too, is what I said. So it was a wild time. Wild time. What's your rarest WWE figure? It's probably one of those 1 of 15 Ultimate Warrior figures from the Jakks Classic Superstars series. Yes. Let's see. Congratulations, Rio. Don't forget you were the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. How do you feel about the A's moving to Vegas? Well, I remember when I was a little kid, the A's were in Kansas City. You remember that when I was a child? I was really little, or maybe I wasn't alive, but
no, that was when I was a kid. They were in Kansas City.
Yeah. And the Lakers were in Minnesota back then too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. When you were a kid, were they?
No, that was in the 50s. I think they would have moved to Los Angeles in the early 60s, probably.
I don't like the A's moving. They'll always be the Oakland A's to me, but it makes financial sense, I do think.
They have no choice.
And there's so many people in and out of Vegas all the time, and you'll have a lot of people coming in, and you'll have a lot of other teams saying, hey, we're going to make a weekend of it in the Vegas. We're going to go see the Phillies. We're going to go to the casino. We're going to go see a magic show. We're going to do some of that. Maybe we'll see what Carrot Top's up to. You never know what you might do out there.
See the Cirque du Soleil.
You love a good Cirque du Soleil.
Excellent.
Any new big rubber guys coming out? They just announced All Ego Ethan Page. They got a lot of exciting stuff. I do fully expect a Danhausen around the corner as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But I love those big rubber guys. You guys know that. We'd be going to Vegas for WrestleMania. I can't see that happening. I just don't see that happening at all. It seems it's too much. It's too much. I don't know. We'll see. You never know, though. I'm always full of surprises. How's the Peterson family vinyl collection coming along? Have you picked up any metal records? None for me. My daughter, Elle, though, picking up. She's working on her Weezer collection and Tyler, the Creator, and Lana Del Rey, and a bunch of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's all out of my wheelhouse there. I do like Weezer, though. So
no Led Zeppelin.
No Led Zeppelin. I tried to give her Ozzy, Bark at the Moon, and High Voltage AC/DC. I had a couple vinyls, and she had them in her room for about a day, and then they just were in the hall. I said, what are we doing with these in the hall? She said, I don't want them in there. No Alice Cooper. No.
King Crimson.
Oh, Pinkerton's my all-time favorite Weezer album. Got to shout out that. King Crimson's your all-time favorite. What's his name from King Crimson just died? I forget his name.
Greg Lake?
No, the guitarist guy. And what was his name? He just died recently, I believe. Who knows? All right, we should probably run something else. It's been a while since we've run something here. What do we got? Oh, let's see. We're going to run one of my all-time favorite figures. It is the Hangman. It is Adam Page. It is possibly one of the greatest peg warmers of all time, but also the custom key right here to Cowboy Kyle figure. You get a Cowboy Kyle head or an AJ Styles head, and you got yourself a Kyle figure is what you have. Yeah. I love this. I actually bought like 15 of these at $2.99. I got a whole stack over there of them. I said, I'll give one up, and we'll see what happens. We'll go $1 with a Hangman Page. I'm here for that. Run it like a young Forrest Gump. Yes, there it is. Metal Greg's headed out that way in October where they're building the stadium for them in the middle of the strip. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, it's a wild time. I was just in Vegas for the first time ever. Not really my scene. I'm not a big drinker partier out there, but it was definitely an interesting time. But who needs a Hangman Adam Page? Nobody wants it for even $1, Angie. Can you believe this?
No.
Oh, Hot Dreamer is winning. Hot Dream Eater. Oh, Eater of Dreams. Oh, I hear that. $1 though, you can't. Oh, it's at $2 now. You can't go wrong. I actually have a custom figure of me right here. It's me on a basic Gunther. And I'm mad. I'm angry.
There you go.
I'm angry. The sea was angry, my friends. There it is. Look at that. Oh, it's ready to go. Very lifelike. And we also got, of course, good friend of the channel, Todd McFarlane. Not just on the couch anymore. We got him an action figure. Did you see this video? No, you got to watch it.
I've seen that figure somewhere.
Somebody would say this is kind of my Citizen Kane is what this one is. This one. So it's very interesting. But Hangman, he went for $2. I'd say that's worth it. I'd say. Do you think the Usos will reunite? 1,000,000%. They'll reunite one of these days. There's no doubt about it. All right, let's do another one. What do we got going on here? Is he ready to tap out?
I'll tell you, I'm going to let Angie come in here.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to let Angie come in here, and I've got another appointment. But I do need to talk to Todd and Mark before I go.
Yeah, if you can get them to settle down.
I have a few things to say to them, and it seems like good time to do that.
There you go. Well, any last second questions for Dad? Do you have any last words to tell the people?
No, it's great being with you today. I've enjoyed all your comments over the years and appreciate all the support. So thanks. Good to see everybody.
Yes, it was good to see you here. Hopefully we can do this again, be it a whatnot, or maybe we'll just do a live video where we'll just do a live stream on YouTube and we'll just talk.
There you go.
We could do it from your house. I could even bring the stuff to your house and we could do it.
We could do that.
And we could take a tour of your toy room. I think the people would love that as well.
Yeah.
Angie, can you sign my Adam Page figure? So put that on a little note there to remind me. But Dad, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
It was very nice of you to come here. It was very good to see your beautiful face once again. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger.
I won't.
And keep Todd on.
Now, Todd, Mark, if you step over, please. Can I have a word?
Yes.
I have a word.
Mark's been escorting all the little kids out of my house, which sounds really terrible saying, but yes. Thanks for stopping by, Dad. Everybody's happy to see you. We will see you very soon. Keep it going. Keep it going. And now we got our second guest in here on the channel. Oh my gosh. Good to see Angie here. Angie back again, the whatnot expert here. Oh, Dad, we need you to sign the figure. Uh-oh. I think he might be gone. But, luckily my dad lives around the corner, so I can probably get that done. I can probably get that done. What do we got going on here? Let's see what's happening here. Let's go on to the chat. Angie, it's great to see you again. Always good to have your presence anywhere near the show, anywhere near me. Always exciting to have you here. Grill the man a nice steak, and my dad will probably be doing that tonight. He eats steak about every single day. He's just a steak eater. Bye, Mr. Peterson. But I will get my dad to sign that. Christian is my father. Kiss Mini Golf and see Sammy Hagar's new restaurant. Yes, I heard all about that. I think they had a big opening on yesterday. There's my baby. Hi, Angie. Oh, I see what you did there. Any Motu today. You missed some of that earlier, unfortunately. They say, hi, Angie. Hello, Angie. Rock and Roll and Party. Later, Tom. Hi, Angie. Great to see you. Yes, Angie. It's good we finally got the riffraff out of here and we get the true stars in on the show here. How about that?
I'm very tired from my foot rub over there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you and Todd been working those toes with Todd McFarlane. Oh, Todd just toes. We know how that goes, of course. But let's do the next one, Angie. What should we do? Let's see. Let's do Catwoman. She's right over by you over there. Just in honor of Angie coming here, we're going to do the Platinum Edition Catwoman. What is the actress's name here? Can you guess what actress plays this Catwoman?
It looks like Anne Hathaway.
It looks like. So, Todd, you're doing it good with your sculpt over there. We got the Anne Hathaway Platinum Edition Catwoman coming in hot. There's already auction bids on this one. We're at $32. Coming in extra hot for the old Catwoman. Meow, meow is what Catwoman says, I believe. And have you seen that movie?
No.
I don't think I have either. I haven't seen any of. Is it the Ben Affleck ones or no? The Dark Knight. I can't even remember.
It's got to be recent.
I don't know. It's too much. Awesome sculpt. It is a very good figure. We actually unboxed it on the channel. There it is. Any Superstars figures? No. Where's the bikini, Angie?
Oh God.
We'll get you that later. You'll have that. We're going to the lake after this, and we're getting pizza. We're going to the pizza and in the Jeep.
My father-in-law was just here.
Yes, that's right. She'll save that for the late night whatnot is what we're going to do. We're going to start doing about 2 a.m. It's the kids are to bed. I'll be hungry. So there it is. All right. Hello. Troy's here.
Somebody won already.
Somebody won. It's gone. Platinum Raul Vonga 72. Congratulations to you. We got that Catwoman. She's leaving. Now we're going to go up and smoke with old RVD is what we're going to do. Of course, Rob Van Dam. You familiar with Rob Van Dam? The whole show. And RVD actually watched my top 5 RVD video on my channel and commented on there and sent me a message how much he liked it. And I think he was studying up because he did a video like a week later about the same thing. So we're going to start the auction for old RVD. $19. Like a young Cypress Hill. Truer words never been spoken. I can jive with that as well. But it's old RVD going in hot right here. $19 for RVD. I'm just not a micro brawler guy, but like any collector out there, you just somehow come across micro brawlers. They come into your collection here and there. Just kind of the way it goes from time to time, as we know. Looking good right there. We're at $19. Keep the heat going. Do we hear 20? Oh, you never know. You never know. Oh, Kenny Greger is winning, and he says, you know what? 21 sounds good to him. And it's like the Price is Right, as my dad said. And good to see my dad back here on the channel. Hopefully I can convince him to do something. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Kenny Greger won the auction. Looks like a husky right there. I'm here for a husky. The Funko Pop of wrestling figures. Not too far off from that, of course. RVD or Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, salt of the earth, Matt Riddle. Salt of the earth, of course. And we might as well do his partner in crime. We might as well do Sabu. We did RVD. Let's do Sabu Micro Brawler. Let's get that one over with. Let's get old Sabu out of the house. Love Sabu, though. He doesn't always show up to things like he's supposed to, but always enjoyed Sabu. And then Stu Beefington, he watches my YouTube channel. Well, thank you for coming over to Whatnot from the YouTube channel there. A lot going on that YouTube channel every single day. 4 videos a day. Is there anybody working harder than me? It's just absolutely insane. Why? That's all right. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I'm going to contemplate that this evening, maybe. Random question. Is it hard to maintain your hair? It's always so straight and flowy. Oh, Angie, you do all the work for me there. She gets in the shower and does my hair for me. Oh, Kenny Greger, he got Sabu. Just fitting those two go together right there. But no, I do my own hair with shampoo, conditioner, whatever Angie gets for me, and then I just
you do nothing. I just
yeah,
like how
and,
it looks.
and Angie always says that I don't do my shampoo and conditioner correct. I don't know
He's
what
one
I
of
do.
these.
I just do like one of these
I'm
things.
like, take it down a notch.
It's working. It's working. People are complimenting my hair. You want to put your hair down and see what happens? Oh, she's gonna put the hair down. Uh-oh, here we go. Is this sponsored by Kyle Peterson 1.0 or 2.0? It's a joint venture, is what that one is. Oh my gosh, look at those lines. Dark and brown is what that is, with a little bit of gray in the temple, like a young Reed Richards over here. But it is sponsored by Kyle Peterson 1.0 and 2.0. No chemicals, best hair. Rinse and repeat, Kyle. That's exactly right. There it is. All right, let's see. Now it got serious. Yes, this is long. Will you grow your hair that long one day? That is long. No, I won't. This is about as long as I want. I wouldn't mind even taking a couple inch. And one of these days, Kyle's going to just show up with short hair. It's going to be a sad day, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, what should we do next? Let's see. I think we need the power of the warrior. It's time to really get this thing energized up. We're going to start with the Chase Ultimate Warrior. Oh, baby. 144 Ultimate Warrior Chase Basic. Brand new articulation on this one. All that kind of fun stuff. And we're going to start the auction. $13. Here it is.
I don't know about this picture on the back.
Be on the lookout. What is Superstar Series 10? Is that the one with Ali and Kane? I can't even remember. I never keep my numbers track of that one. Would you consider an update video on certain things that changed? Everything has changed. The whole thing. I have a whole new room, a whole new thing. I mean, I don't even know if the video will be very similar to the last one, but I might do that at the end of this year. We'll see what happens. Need Ali. Oh, Tatanka Bossman Angle. Oh my gosh. I better be on the lookout for that then there. Fig Bossman coming in hot with the Warrior love. How about that? We'll get that over to the Fig Bossman, of course. But yeah, a room tour will do it. But there might be, and I gave a little hint to this, there might be a certain TV show, maybe in the fall, that might want first dibs. Maybe. We'll see what happens with that. More on that going very, very soon. Started growing gray at 27. Metal Greg, my dad, who's just here, obviously, his dad, my grandpa, he went totally white at like 25. And then my grandma on my mom's side went white at 25 as well. Hasn't happened to me yet, but at the ripe old age of 60 or 59. I just call it 60, but 59 right now.
Are you saying your age?
Yeah, I'm 59.
Oh my God.
And my dad started balding at 31. Oh, that's a tough time. There's no going back from balding. I don't know what I would do. I guess you just got to embrace it, right, Angie?
Yeah, we don't have balding.
Would you get rid of me if I balded? If I balded, is that right? No, if that's the right word.
Shave it.
I just have to shave it. Just go in and just get rid of it all. Yeah, maybe. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, big delivery on the steps.
Oh, do I? I got a little delivery from Ringside. That would be the brand new AEW Unmatched Series 9 through the door.
Bad Toy Store.
Oh, and Big Bad Toy Store. I think that's the new Matt and Brian. So you'll see those on weekly purchases. Got to finish that video and up on Patreon tonight. We're going back with the Warrior. We're going to just keep the Warrior going. I found this, and I thought this was because I have a mint-on-card Warrior set, of course. I had a double of this one. I wasn't even aware I had a double. Got a little bit of bend over there on the crease. It's been through the wars, but it looks all right. It displays well. What set is this? I can't even remember. Oh, 26. I was going to say 31. Close enough to be dangerous. Ultimate Warrior, an amazing one. Of course, it's the Ultimate Warrior. Why wouldn't it be amazing? Wear a bandana, brother. I guess that's what you got to do. You grow out the skullet. Oh, yeah, there it is. The spirit will run through you. It's running through me right now. It's coursing through my veins. The Ultimate Warrior coming in at $27. DD Kiss 65. How about that?
He's got that shoulder length hair. I don't know if that's a good look, though.
Who, Warrior? That was horrible. It was the mom hair Warrior. It was a terrible time.
See, that's what you were saying. You're going to cut 2 inches off. You'd have this. You'd have this back.
I just get about, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Angie, is there any toy you have nostalgia for? Is there any toys?
I don't think so.
Is there any toys back? And they were at $41 on the Ultimate Warrior. Angie, do you hear 45 for Angie? Do it for Angie. There it is, of course. High price on this one. It's a good one. It's an interesting warrior, and he's got that kind of muscle suit going on, which was a weird look for him, but I don't know. I do like that figure, though. It's not my favorite warrior, but it's a good one. It's a sleeper warrior.
Well, it's weird that it goes on his. It should end at his abs. It's weird that it goes on his.
But Angie, you don't have any toys you reminisced about or loved as a kid or anything? Most girls seem to not do that way. I don't know. You didn't have anything that just stole your heart like an aircraft carrier as a kid? Nothing like that?
The kids just started buying Care Bears again, though. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, that is a little strange. We won't hold it against them, though. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Furby.
Oh, you were probably like 12 when Furbies came out, maybe 10, 11, something like that. Mm-hmm. Sleeping Warrior is what they called me in high school. Maybe we will. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see. What should we do? Let's do this Ortiz. We're going to start Ortiz at $1. Not the greatest figure ever, but I absolutely love it. They call it like a chancla, or what do they call that when somebody hits you with a sandal? He's got that sandal in his hand.
Oh, God.
He's going to hit you. He's going to hit you, and I always thought that was really cool how he comes with the sandal there. So I always did like this figure. Maybe it's not the most...
What's that Mexican cake that sounds like that? What is that one that we saw?
The Rosco de Reyes?
No, it's like chonka or something.
I don't know. That figure rules. It is a good one. It is a very underrated figure, if you ask me. At $5 here, it's a sleeper figure, especially if somebody's going to slap you with a shoe. Nothing worse. Chancla, that's what it is. There it is. Lucha Figs knew what we were talking about. And so did BS Toys. A Chancla. Chongla? What was I saying? But yeah, it's a dangerous one. I never got quite hit by a shoe that I remember. I don't think I ever got hit ever. I was always a good kid. I always said, if I'm good, guess what? I can get an action figure on Friday. If I do all my chores and I do good things, I don't think I ever missed a week because I am very motivated by action figures, as you guys know. Randy Pan winning that one right there. And Zelina does need one of the sandal. I'll mention that at San Diego Comic-Con when we go, Angie. Are you going to come? She might be coming. We'll see what happens. Everybody be nice to her. She's just scared. She's going to get kidnapped, take across the border, back to Tijuana. You never know what might happen down there. But what do we got next? What should we do next? We do the Spider-Man. It's over by you, Angie. The old Scarlet Spider, a one Ben Reilly. Yep, that one right there. I love Ben Reilly. I love this figure. I love the Scarlet Spider. I was of the age reading Spider-Man comics weekly at this point during the Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly clone saga. Absolutely loved it. My absolute favorite as a kid. A lot of people hated it. Not me, though. Not me. I loved it. So there it is, old Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. Spider-Man in the house. I'm here for this. We're at $11 right now. PSA 9 Boys is winning. He's going to get a deal on the Scarlet Spider here, an all-timer of a figure. Like I said, one of my favorite one. I don't know. But not everybody's Spider-Man, that's for sure. But boy, if you were there, if you were in the heart of it, just like anything else, and it's some people like the Ruthless Aggression. There's some kid out there right now, and I guess he's probably in his 20s, that La Resistance was his favorite tag team of all time. It seems crazy, but somewhere out there is. And you're not kidding, what a deal. FYI, the light in the mirror is a little annoying. Well, could you come down and fix that for us then if you want to? I don't know what to tell you. You want the light off? You want to do it in the dark? Who knows? But DD Kiss, you can complain all you want. There's nothing that's going to happen. Sorry about your luck. Who will defeat Cody for the championship? Well, I talked to Cody just yesterday. I said, Cody, you got this new He-Man's Masters of the Universe Origins set coming out. You got that thing pre-ordered yet? And he said, yes, I do. It's all going in my office. And I'll never forget the time Cody told me, I don't have room for all this stuff. Then he took a picture of his office, and it was like this desk here with just nothing around. It was absolutely wild. I don't think, whoa, they're breaking detolfs. Well, I guess that did work, kind of. Boy, DD Kiss owes you a tip, I think, Angie. You just send that in the tip department there. But anyways, did the Catwoman sell? Yes. Open the detolf door. I guess that was 1281's right there. How'd you feel about the Backlash crowd? A little annoying. Is that weird? It was a great crowd, but it got a little annoying. Sometimes those crowd chants go too long, if you ask me. But quite the decibel limit, of course. Cody is a sleeper. R-Truth, the real champ. I can't doubt that either. I remember when R-Truth was a joke, I was promoting him real hard with my friends, and all of a sudden he came out with a cigarette, got pushed against John Cena. I said, boys, my time is now. R-Truth finally taken over. Yeah, there we go. But what should we do next? How surprised were you to see Bubba at Revolver? I was very surprised there. I'd heard rumblings. Unfortunately, I believe if Matt Cardona wasn't hurt, he was coming back at the end of June, and it was going to be Paul Walterhausen and the Dudley Boys versus Matt Cardona, and I forget who the other two people were going to be. So that would have been quite the show. Unfortunately, that is off the books now, is apparently the case. So it's the way it goes from time to time. How about this little Skeletor here? We got a little He-Man Terror Claw Skeletor.
I'm going to try to use the prop the door open.
Okay.
So otherwise, I'm hoping to hold it.
That's fine.
There we go.
There's a little pop over there, Skeletor. We're going to start that one. Starting at $1. Terror Claws Skeletor. What's up with that Terror Claws? I just got Masterverse Thunder Punch He-Man through the door yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. Starting at $1 here with the old Terror Claws. Nobody likes the Terror Claws. It's too terrifying.
It's cute.
You know, if this doesn't go, I forgot Elle's starting to collect the Funko Pops. I could just sneak this into her Funko Pop collection is what I could do, you know. Oh, $3. Sorry, Elle, you're not watching. You're in your room on your iPad, I'm sure. But that may have been wrestling for your video you put out the other day. It was cool. I did see that. Didn't watch it, though. Kyle, what can we do about the Mattel Superstars line? Is there any saving it? Everything runs its course, and I think it's about done with Walmart. They'll move on to something else, I'm sure. Zulfer coming in hot once again, winning the auction right there. Zulfer coming in hot. All right. Let's see. What do we got going on next? Should we do the book?
I only got one thing over here.
What do you got? Penguin?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Nobody wants
Let's start the Paul Heyman Penguin figure. That's what we're going to start right now. A lot of people making customs of Paul Heyman out of this one here, but let's see what's going on. Penguin. Only $1. What a deal. You can try to make your own custom Paul Heyman figure if you want to out of that one. Always a possibility.
Oh, that's true. That's like a second.
So, yeah. Get your bid in right now. $1. Oh, $1. And Angie and I, we're going to get pizza, and we're going to the lake tonight. And we're taking the yellow Jeep, are we, Angie?
Mm-hmm.
We're going in the Jeep. We might get sunburned. You never know what might happen. It's like 86 degrees out here today, so quite the time. Domino's. What about Domino's? And then I don't know what payment pending means in the store. What kind of pizza? Oh, a place called Big Tomato. You might have seen that in my figure hunt videos. A late night pizza slice place. We're going to go.
A dive.
It's dive.
Sure.
They have a huge neon sign in the front that says lousy service. Zulfer coming in hot.
$3.
Hey, we'll take it. Zulfer got it. I really want to get barbecue beef Alfredo is what I want to get. They have crazy slices there. I don't even like Alfredo sauce that much. I can live with it, but it's not my favorite thing. But it's an amazing on pizza. But we'll probably get a honey garlic or a honey garlic Alfredo, possibly. That's what the kids really do like there.
Where did this stuff come from? This KFC stuff.
KFC. Oh, it's from that KFC blind bag. I did get these at Target not too long ago. It comes with what was that? I don't know what that is.
That's funny.
Where there was a bucket of chicken. And you know, I've talked about this on the channel before. I have never had a bucket of chicken. I've never had it. I've always wanted to go to KFC and get a bucket, but every time I go, it's like, yeah, let's get that 2-piece mashed potatoes coleslaw. And I always just never get the whole bucket. But one of these days, I'm going to go there. I'm going to get a full bucket of chicken. It's going to be a game changer. Pepperoni, Italian sausage, and pineapple. Chef's kiss. Look at that. Oh, Robo Wars, you're Canadian. That's a Canadian pizza, but I don't mind pineapple on pizza. It's not my first thing, but it's a chance.
It does make it all soggy, and I'm an extra crispy.
Oh, I remember a good friend of the channel, Jeff George, had a Gibson guitar video with Rick Nielsen. I probably have seen that interview, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Buckets make it all soggy. Now, I have heard that, so I like to see that confirmed. That is true. Mm-hmm. Do you have the blue suit Chase Brody Lee? I do have that, but it is not for sale.
Why is that person's mind blown?
Yeah, I don't know. 16-piece, 2 mash, 1 slaw, 1 gravy, lot of vacuums. What does that mean? Vacuums?
Well, if you eat it in the car, you might.
Thanks for getting me back into collecting. My wife isn't excited, but I guess she doesn't appreciate Bret Hart or Scott Hall. What's wrong with her? Angie will talk to you. She can talk to your wife. Biscuits, yeah.
Oh, lots of biscuits. Biscuits instead of vacuums.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you. BS Toys and I could hang out. We could go to lunch over there. I'd be good at that. Do you have the Harley Race Flashback Elite or Greatest Hits? I have the Greatest Hits, still trying to buy the Flashback. Have both of them, of course, have 2 of each. Can you believe that? I was one of the few that found that back in the day. It was absolutely wild. I remember it wasn't rare. Nobody knew anything about it. I was just on a business trip in Omaha, and I found it at a Walmart, and it was just like, oh, okay, that's the next one. And then a couple of weeks later, anybody seeing this Harley? Anybody seeing this Harley? And luckily, I got that. So Harley hysteria ended really quick for me. So I was good with that. So Speak to me, Warriors. Super Bronson says, of course he does. I can't agree with that much more either. All right, it looks like we only got a couple of things. I do have, what do we got? How about we do another Swerve Strickland? I actually have 2 of these swerves. I accidentally ordered 2. You ever do that? You put something in your cart and then you go back and look for other things. Said, oh, I need this. Well, then I put 2 in. I ended up getting 2 swerves from Ringside. So we're going to do another Swerve Strickland right here today. Let's see. On my way from Sioux City in a few weeks to check out Jay's in the Des Moines area. It's always a good. Check out all 3 of them.
Is it going?
Yep, it's going. It's running right now. $15, $17. Sioux City Clutch was at the Hard Rock last night. I should have went to that show. I forgot all about it. How are you dealing with the discontinuation of detolfs? Luckily for me, I don't need any more detolfs. I got every single one I need, so I don't need any more. Unless one breaks. Dangerous, dangerous. Jay's is the best. There you go. There it is. And he sold 49ers for life. You and my dad would get along very well.
My video I worked so hard on is irrelevant now.
Yes. Yep, I did that with a copy of Last in Line Jericho CD. With all the Marvel Legend figures, you must have a ton of extra blast effects. Would you sell those? Maybe. They're all in baggies, in a folder, in a filing cabinet, all stored away. So I'd have to dig that one out. That would be some work for sure. Oh man, thank you guys so much. Me and the kids love watching your videos. I appreciate that. Always appreciate anybody that watches. It always is crazy that people want to watch and stuff. And that's why I like my channel. I always like to do it. And I don't get a lot of complaints, but every once in a while, why don't you just do this or that? And I'm like, that's not me. I'm here to talk. It's more of a conversation and a hangout is what I always want for this. I always want it to be like a talk show. If I could just get Todd McFarlane and Mark Summers to come from the couch over here and we could just talk and hang out, that would be the way to go. Maybe one of those days. But we're going to do the Classic Superstars book. How about that? We got one at $49, an expensive book. Believe you me, I don't want it to be expensive. And as I said, I get a commission of like $4.66 for every book sold. But that's publishing this day and age. There's really no money. That's why it's a labor of love. But I do have one of the books right here for $49. I will autograph this if you want. It will come with a special bookmark. It is, of course, the complete guide to Classic Superstars. Just about 700 pages. Of course, there's even a picture of Angie inside this book. Amazing. An amazing book. I'm biased, of course, but $30, let's start, or $49 now. Got to get a deal on that one right there. I can sign, I can do whatever you want. Angie, will you sign the book? She said for an extra $25, she will. No, she will sign the book. We will sign that. Is there any more t-shirt videos? Yes, there's a few on the Patreon. You got to dig back in there. Those were filmed about a year ago. But they will go up on traditional YouTube. But you're a Patreon member. I think you can dig into those. I think you just search them, maybe. But Angie will sign the book, of course. We're at $63, 8 seconds left. That's a deal. At least it's cheaper than Amazon. You can't beat that. 68. There it is. Angie's closet next. Yeah, let's go through Angie's shoe collection, then purse collection. We'll do it all. It'll be great. We could just reconnect with a lot of that kind of stuff, can't we, Angie? Mm-hmm. Hardest working man on YouTube and whatnot. Many things, Kyle. You buy all the BS, so we don't have to. I take too many for the team, that's for sure. My poor wallet. Were you able to order? Adrian Liv won the auction. Shout out to Adrian. Were you able to order that Sting Supreme? No, I was not. I got iced out on that. That was a dark day over there at Walmart. Hopefully I'll find it. I'm sure we'll track it down. It usually ends up happening. We'll figure something out for sure. Angie's going to put a little note there that we need to both autograph that one. He just wants Angie's autograph, not mine. That's the way it goes. Anything you want to discuss, Angie? Anything you're dying to discuss here?
No.
Really. Boy, we've went through almost everything.
We're in trouble. We got 20 minutes left.
Oh, we can hang out. We can run some of the stuff again. Chances are Walmart won't honor the pre-orders anyway. You know, you're not far off on that one there. There's been a lot of struggles with Walmart and their pre-order. Just a weird time. It's very convoluted. It's a long discussion, and Target's had issues too, but not to the degree of Walmart. But Walmart is so much bigger than Target, so you got some of those issues there. It's crazy. They honored my Bucks pre-order. I did get the Bucks. I had no problems with that one. I still got some of the other ones there. Walmart is dying. I don't know. It is a crime syndicate. Maybe. Who knows? One time, here's a great story time with Kyle. I might have told you this one. One time I was traveling. This is back in like 2007. Oh, what a time to be alive that was. Let me tell you. I went down to southern Iowa, and I was in there in a suit, and I was going, of course, I was working for Kraft Foods at the time, so I was checking out the Kraft Food stuff, and I had a couple of Walmart employees come up to me, grab me. They thought I must have been from like Walmart corporate, and they said the store manager of that store was running a bunch of illegal stuff out of the back room, and they were happy I was here to help out. I said, I'm just here to check on your Oreos, ma'am. I don't know anything about that. I'm leaving town here as quick as I possibly can. It was crazy time. Walmart took McFarlane out of a lot of stores. Yes, that is true. And Masters Universe and G.I. Joe. A lot of that stuff should swing back around, though. They'll probably do a summer refresh, if not for August. And I think a lot of that has to do with the timing of releases. That's why they're out of there. But your smaller stores, they can only carry so much. So that could be part of it as well. Let's see. I should have played along. I tell you, it's a dangerous thing when you're working. If I wasn't working, I would have played along a little bit more. The remodels are reducing stock, and that's the thing. I mean, the old days when I was a kid, it was all about stack it high, or what was the saying? Now I don't even remember my old saying. Stack it high and watch it fly, where you just build the hugest stuff ever, but that just doesn't happen. My Target stopped selling Legends. That's a mistake. They should still have Legends. I have one of those small stores like me around here, but they should still have the Legends. That should be on there. That's just a mistake on the reset. They messed up, unfortunately. Have you ever tracked down Monday Night Wars Series 2 yet? I have not. However, good friend of the channel, David C. Anderson, is out there meeting Bret Hitman Hart up there in Minnesota. Uh-oh, knocking detolfs. Watch out.
Wow.
What if you would have shattered it? Wouldn't that have been something? Uh-oh. But David C. Anderson was up there in Minnesota tracking those down. So he did find me a few of those. So some of that to come very, very soon. And a cape. Yes, capes always. Looking forward to the Disciple wave from Walmart. That should be a good one. I'm anxious for that Disciple. Where were we? There was a question here and I missed it.
Questions already over.
I saw Greg Valentine. I'm hoping that an old school Greg Valentine with an old school IC title belt, it would be a cool thing for Power Town. I don't see that happening. I think he's still there. Shout out to Bimbo Bakery in Cicero. Oh, beautiful this time of year. I was actually touring that facility 2 months ago, 3 months ago. What is time once again? But I was there. I was checking out the old Little Bites. I got a fresh party cake 10-count Little Bite right off the line. And I tried those and I kind of got sick. The fresh ones, it's like too powerful. You got to let them sit for a little while. Is the missus a collector too? What do you collect, Angie?
Nikes, maybe.
You collect Nikes. Yeah, you do lately. She collects a few different things. Oh, we got Bimbo in Elkhart, Indiana. Oh, shout out there. Shout out to Elkhart. Isn't there a Thomas plant over there? I think that's where all the Thomas muffins are made. So there you go. Have you ever been to the Strong Museum of Play in Rochester? I don't think I've ever been to Rochester, New York. The majority of Monday Night Wars series has been nothing but re-releases and repaints. That's like the majority of the Mattel lines now. And we've talked about that before as well, because what they're doing is so many new collectors have jumped in. Usually there's a great reset. You know, Hasbro's were only like 6 years, and Mattel's had the line for so long. They say, hey, there's money on these old figures. Let's get them back out there. And it's really no different. If Hasbro would have got the license instead of Mattel in the last go around, they would have released all these figures. So it's interesting how that works, but it is a little disappointing. I would rather have new stuff, but I understand the business reason of it for sure. Is that what you got, Angie? You got any dunks?
I don't think so.
You got some Jordans? I don't know my shoes either. I know my Converses and I know my Vans and stuff like that. Well, Angie, let's grab that Nightwing. Let's try to run Nightwing one more time. How about?
Where's that? I don't have anything over here.
I think it's over there, isn't it?
No.
You took it over there somewhere? Okay, well, then I guess we won't run that if you don't.
I made a pile of stuff.
Angie took it. Angie took Nightwing away, but it is what it is. It's fine. How about that Nosferatu, the vampire? Is he around there?
I thought your dad handed the ones that didn't go and you put them over here in a pile.
No, I don't know. Well, we apparently lost it all.
Looking Googly.
No, there's nothing over there. Well, a little defect right there. Who knows? I was going to run that, but...
Let me go look. What am I looking for again?
Nosferatu and Nightwing.
I could have sworn you set them over there.
I didn't set them anywhere.
To the right, or to you.
We're lost on the Whatnot stream. Where are we? I don't know.
It's just the ones that sold.
Yeah, I don't know where they went. Maybe my dad stole them. Old Sticky Fingers Peterson, he took them all. The ones that didn't sell, he took them on his way out. What else we got? We've had nothing but re-released Warriors aside from that Ultimate last year. That one baffles me with all his cool attires. Yeah, and I think there's going to be more re-releases of Warriors along the way as well. So it's just nature of the beast right now. It really does feel that way. I don't know where all
those you need to look under that picture.
No, it's not in the picture.
Are you sure?
Positive. Oh, under the picture. Okay, yeah, Angie was right. As usual, Angie right all along. All along. This should say Angie was right. All right, we're going to run this Nosferatu. Whoops. What did I do? Oh, we're doing Nightwing first, I guess. We're running the Nightwing right there.
Oh, this.
Yep. There it is, old Nightwing. We'll see what happens. Will anybody want him for $12? Did you go back to the store that had the rare Keith Lee? We went back about 24 hours later, gone. Oh, are you kidding me? But I got a little plot twist in weekly purchases tomorrow on that one, so stay tuned for that. Nightwing going in there. He's at $14. That's a good one. It comes with Batman's heart as an accessory. Oh, he's got the heart. He can take a big chunk of bite out of it if he wants to. But very, very cool. Kenny Gregor coming in hot. He's got the Husky. We're here for the Huskies all day long. But I did miss out on that Keith Lee, kind of. Like I said, stay tuned to weekly purchases tomorrow. If you both like toys, you should definitely check it out. Check out what? I missed it somewhere.
A place in Rochester or what?
Oh, we've been there in Rochester. All right, we're going to do Nosferatu. We're going to... do we want to do this? Does anybody want the Nosferatu? I don't know. Does Angie want it? Angie, do you want the Nosferatu? We're